As a program, we've moved away from collecting CVs. We're going to get that information. I guess I've never really understood post forecasts, why students would come and hand out CVs. Because we're going to get that information in forecast. And honestly, from a logistics standpoint, if I'm going to, like Vegas or New Orleans, I don't want to come back with, a folder full of CVs that I'm going to see online anyway. So logistically, I guess maybe I just don't understand the rationale behind that. The business cards I can get, I totally get that. But we actually have a form that we fill out of contacts. And if you've come to our booth, we'll ask you to share your contact information with us. And then, we would invite you to an event, a open house that we would open up to virtual members, as virtual, participation as well. And then you can follow up with us then too. So very little reason for the CV handing out and the card thing. We tend to collect the contact information from our end. So not a lot of reason to do that in my estimation.
So if it's at a big meeting, business card is the way to go. Hand business card. A lot of the candidates now have scannable.
The QR codes.
Thank you. The QR code, so that we could go on and see their CV. But taking a big stack of CVs, back home when they're just going to be sending them electronically isn't as helpful. And so the business card is really nice to have. So you can go back and see who visited your showcase, or, if you're looking for someone in particular, someone asked.
I'll be honest that I feel like anything that I would bring home from, it would probably get in a pile somewhere, and I probably would never go back and look at it.
Business cards, it's not make it or break it for me. I feel like it's just extra paper. I know everyone encourages students to have business cards, but a lot of the programs just stuff it in a box, and they may or may not look at it later to say, oh, hey, like I met this person at mid-year and they applied. I mean, it's great in that sense, but yeah, I'm not a paper type of person. So yeah, it's not make it or break it for me. CVs, same thing. If you email me and you have questions, you could attach your CV and I'll look through it, but it's not make it or break it.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, for something as important as this, and like I said, we're a smaller program, so we tend to have a closer relationship with our residents. A phone call. I do, for the residents that are truly interested in, and they're looking, to follow up. Now, after an interview, an email is great. Just say, hey, and the timeliness of the email. I've gotten, thank you emails, that day. As soon as the student gets home, they email me with, thank you for your time. And it was great. The only thing I'd have on that is make sure you get people's names.
Yes.
And they're spelled properly. I've had my, operations manager call, her name is Cheryl, but in the emails they called her Shirley, and different variations of her name. And you definitely get a list of people that have interviewed you and you've met, their cards, so you can get the correct spellings of their names, and then make sure you put that in the body of your email. You just want to make sure that you want to express your gratitude and to let the interviewer know that you're interested in the program, that you felt the interaction was beneficial. Make it short and sweet, but make sure everything in that email and communication is correct, right? You want to have, respect for the people that you've interviewed with by at least spelling their names properly. So,
I think that email is always nice. I'm probably on the other side. I know a lot of people like to have a handwritten letter, which is also nice. A little card is nice. But personally, I'm okay with an email. And if my residents or my co-directors get an email, they'll share that as well, so we can put it in that candidate's file. so we can keep up with the, what information we've had from them.
I think I'll be honest, I think what's helpful after an event is when in a letter of intent where the candidate states that they, I met you at a showcase and, and we talked about this and this is what I'm interested, or I met one of your residents I met your resident, Lauren, who talked to me about blah, 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 blah. And to me I think that is much more helpful because one, it shows that you're paying attention, right? And you're keeping detail on that.